Hello, everyone. We will go ahead and let Kurt make his opening statement. After tonight's 85-75 victory over Washington Mystics, we have swept the series 3-0 over the Mystics this regular season. Kurt, you may go ahead and make your opening remarks.
Great way to finish off the month, an undefeated month for us. And really did what we needed to do with a nice road win against a team that was undermanned in the post. Dominant performances by JJ and Brianna Jones, combined for 53 points on a great shooting percentage. So, really played through those guys with Washington's post depth issues tonight. And, we did what we needed to do. Defensively, we came out with more intensity, a little bit more tenacity in the third quarter when we needed it, and really solidified the game in that third quarter. That's our 15th double-figure win now on the season. There's not very many teams in the league that have 15 wins. That was our 15th win on the season by double figures. So just really proud that we lock in and accept and rise to the challenges that each and every team brings, but can't be more pleased with an undefeated August.
Thank you, Kurt. We'll now go ahead and open it up to some questions. Ned, you may go first.
Evening, Kurt. Congratulations. I'm going to assume once y'all saw that Elena was not going tonight, that there was an even extra emphasis on going down low, getting points in the paint.
Yeah, certainly with TP, Teresa Plaisance on the injury report is not 100%. Tina out and then Elena out. Obviously, some of their size and rim protection was gone. Great respect for the motors of both Hines Allen and certainly McCall, but we thought we had an advantage in the paint. That magnified it. So there was a real emphasis and a dedication by our guards to not rush things and be patient and really try to establish the paint. And JJ got off to a great start and was having one of those nights, and Bree Jones was really efficient also.
Thanks, Kurt.
Alexa?
Hi, Kurt. Going off that, you mentioned it was a really high efficiency night for JJ and Bree Jones, and especially after JJ had a few tough games over the last week or so. How nice was it to see her kind of get back into that rhythm, including behind the 3-point line where she shot 50% after having not a great month, I guess, or from behind the arc so far this after the break.
Yeah, I thought there was a concerted effort by her to establish opportunities for better catches and better opportunities within our offense. And then I thought we did a better job getting her in the ball to allow her to be successful. She's too good a shooter to stay in a shooting slump from the arc. So good to see those go down. But, just you could see it was going to be a special night for her. She could, she really had a pep in her step and was feeling it. So, happy for her. And again, this is what it's been like. Bree Jones was contained for a few games, then has a great week and is player of the week. JJ contained for a few games, now comes out with a 31-point game. So we're finding ways to win. We're finding ways to win when everybody doesn't have their A game, which is really, really important.
And another night where you guys had a very disproportionate advantage on the boards. I guess that comes down to personnel who you're going up against, but is that even also just because of that and even bigger emphasis when you're going in and making a game plan to really own the glass?
Yeah, we have to be a dominant defensive rebounding team with the pace that we're playing. That's really important for us. They have energy players that can really get on the offensive glass. Very underrated offensive rebounding team, over 9 a game on average. And McCall and Hines Allen and Atkins can really get on the glass. So with a team that takes that many threes, there's going to be long rebounds. So for us to hold them to three offensive rebounds again, a dominant rebounding night for us, which allowed us in stretches to get out and run, allowed us in stretches with our offensive rebounding that, just you start to multiply more shots on goal. And we took, 14 or 15 more shots on goal than they did.
Thanks, Kurt.
Rafi?
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win. What really helped you out in this victory is the fact that you outscored them 29-16 the third quarter. What are your impressions about the way the offense began to gel after they kind of slowed down to begin the game?
I thought, again, we responded out of the locker room. I don't think we were truly happy with our defensive execution. We thought we could be better. Offensively, I thought we stopped ourselves running at times when we had fast break advantages, and I told them that, we've got to take advantage of those and look to push. We were getting some people behind them and we were intentionally slowing the pace early. And I thought we could run better. I thought they had a lot more fun playing, sharing the ball. We got out and ran better in the third quarter. And, we had some, great sharing of the basketball, which then makes it really fun to play. So, proud of their response out of the locker room.
Jacqueline?
Hi, Kurt. I wanted to ask you about Natasha Cloud. Just what sorts of challenges does she present for you on both ends of the floor, and how effective do you think you were at countering her various strengths tonight?
She's coming off of a monster game. And so, there was, she's a really, really talented physical guard that can get in. She had a big assist night. And so, we were trying to get the ball out of her hands and make other people score. So, in some ways we got the ball out of her hands, but she had a great assist night. But for us to hold her to 2 made field goals in 30 minutes, I think, we did a really good job. And that's a big credit to the fight Jazz had on her all night long. And again, we weren't perfect. There was at times where she was exploiting us with her passing, but we did a good job and made her low efficiency offensively.
Thanks, Kurt.
Charlotte?
Hi, Kurt. You mentioned JJ's kind of pep in her step. When she's having a game like tonight, what is she like, maybe like on the bench with you and then in the locker room? Just kind of what is that pep in the step that you see a little bit more?
When a player gets in a zone, you just, you feel a confidence, you feel a swagger that they're in one of those games and when in one of those zones. And you could just tell by the fast twitch muscles that, JJ was in one of those zones and stretches, or she feel like she could dominate at times. She had a clear height advantage. And again, they were down to, MVP post players first off, and then a limited Teresa Plaisance and a veteran. So it was a matchup that JJ knew she could have success with tonight, and you could see the swagger in her.
Thank you.
Alexa?
Kurt, with you guys not having another game for a week, what does the next week look like for you all in terms of rest, recovery, and also just, taking advantage of this week of practice, or, just a little bit of a break in the season before you really get into gear for the last few games of the regular season?
Sleep, that's the priority. We'll take a few days off and then get back to work on Friday. So, a really important 3-game road trip, but we're going to not talk about the totality of the 3-game road trip. We're going to take Dallas one at a time. They're fighting for their playoff lives, but every game feels like a playoff game for us because we know how important the double bye is. We know how important home court advantage for Washington in the final in 2019 was. So, we're approaching every game and trying to stay in the present and approaching it like a playoff game because these playoff seedings are so important.
Thanks.
Wensley, you'll be the last question for Kurt.
Hey, Coach Kurt. It seems like there is something about this team that finds a way to pull away in the second half, right? The entire first half, the game was relatively close. You guys go into the half, I believe, up 8. And then the second half, there's like an extra gas pedal that you guys use to just bury teams. Is that due to conditioning, or is that more like a strategic halftime thing where you kind of, okay, you get a feel of what they're doing and how to adjust on the fly?
Yeah, in our half times, there's subtle conversations. We're really scout heavy. So typically our team is not surprised by an action, a play, how they're trying to attack it. But we get to sit back down with a really veteran starting lineup, and talk about, okay, this is what they're doing tonight. And this is what we've got to do. We don't make tons of adjustments. We are who we are, and we have to win with defense and rebounding. So we talk in a little bit about the offensive strategy of the other team and, what are the subtle things that are hurting us that we could be better at. But there's a lot of pure accountability also. This group wants to be good, and they believe in the defensive end. They really are locked in. They play hard. Our team plays hard. And that's one of the biggest compliments I can get as a coach. One, if you have a team that overachieves, and two, if you have a team that plays hard. And this team sells out for each other and with each other. And again, we're finding ways offensively when not everybody has their A game, which is important. But that group is filled with a bunch of veteran leaders that don't need shine on them. They want to do this as a team. And they believe in their defense. They believe in their rebounding. So we just stick to it. It's uncanny that we have this many double-figure wins. This is a league where you win close games. You win a lot of games in single digits. And for us, 15 out of our 21 games are by double figures. Is just a credit to our players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Kurt. You're all set.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions for the Joneses, 2/3 of the Joneses. Alexa, you can go ahead and go first.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. I have a stat courtesy of Across the Timeline I wanted to ask you about. You are apparently the first teammates to each have 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds on 70% or better shooting from the field in the same game.
Hey.
So obviously there was a concerted effort to get you both the ball given Washington's personnel, but what was really working for you both to dominate and to also do so efficiently from the field?
I feel like it's been a concerted effort the entire season. Every time before we play any games, Kirk comes in there and talks about getting me, Breezy, DB the ball, and trying to put an emphasis on playing through us. And so we always want to step up and be ready to play. Tonight was one of those nights where we just knew based on their size that we just, we could dominate the entire night. And that's what we had our mindset. That's what our mindset was going into the game. And I'm happy that we were able to make some history. Yeah. It's a crazy stat.
Yeah, and JJ, for you in particular, to see those, I think you're 2 for 4 on threes. I know you haven't been shooting maybe the best, since coming back from the Olympic break, but did it feel good to see those two go through the net and kind of get on a roll from behind the arc?
Most definitely. I felt like I've been shooting good and shoot around practice and stuff like that. I think I was kind of overthinking it a little bit. So it always feels good to see it go down for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jacqueline?
Guys, this question is for either of you, but I wanted to ask about Natasha Cloud. Just how much of your preparation and scout is focused on her and slowing her down, even though, knowing she doesn't score a lot of points all the time, but she is the Mystics' real leader.
We know the ball goes through her when she's rolling and she's getting her teammates the ball. I know they're a good team, so I think our focus was just trying to slow her down and keep her shots tough, and then make her passes out hard. And I think we did a good job of that, slowing her down and containing her today.
And this question is for JJ, but JJ, from your perspective, what do you think makes Breezy so hard to defend in the low post?
She doesn't stop working. She's one of those post players where she gets you on her back is over with. You're not getting around her because she does a really good job of sealing. I would think her and or I would say her and Sylvia Fowles are the best at that in our league, of just keeping people behind them and just really just sealing and ducking it really strongly. And then like her work ethic, she does not stop working. I think that's one thing that you'll see that's consistent with her game throughout the entire season, is that she's going to bring that energy and effort every night. And like I said before, we feed off of that and we need that.
Thank you.
Problem.
Rafiq?
Hey, congratulations on the win. How does it feel to have a 9-game winning streak that's really going to help you during this playoff push for the top spot?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, it's good to be peaking at this time, heading into the playoff time. So I think, we're just ready. We're trying to get better every night. Even though we win a game, there's still things that we can improve on, and we know we need to if we want to be a championship team. So I think that's our focus right now, just trying to get better every game and come out even harder every game.
And do you consider those double doubles like your own personal identity, Brianna Jones?
I don't know if that's my identity. That's more her identity. But I think I've been working to get more rebounds. I've been a few short some games, so I think just putting that extra effort to try to get there.
Thank you for your time.
Wensley?
Yes, hanging with the Joneses. Congrats on a big win. You guys both were absolutely ridiculously good tonight. John Quell, I want to ask you about, you guys have been winning, right? This is your 9th straight win. You have been winning the last few games. You particularly don't feel like you have performed at your best, although you guys have won, but tonight you're locked in, 31 points, 14 rebounds, and you shot an efficient 12 for 17. What did you do different tonight? Or what felt different tonight as opposed to the previous games where you didn't shoot the ball as well as you would have hoped?
I think the mindset has been the same, just coming and trying to be aggressive. Some nights it just doesn't go your way. There's a lot of attention with people trying to slow me down. So, it gets really, really tough. So I think the biggest thing is that we're able to win even when I'm not playing my best. And I think that's a huge thing for our team going into the playoffs, because there's nights when people are just going to be off and we need everyone to step up. And so I think that just shows the resilience of our team. And just the effort of everybody to be able to go in there and just make things happen. Breezy has stepped up. She's been playing amazing. We need her to. We need everybody to. And I think that's the good thing about our team. But I think it's the same mindset. Like I said, I was being aggressive. And some nights they just don't fall. And you just got to keep, just staying into your routine and allowing things to come to you.
Yeah, and Brianna, the cover girl, the most important player, right? I might need a t-shirt, by the way. You just have been so locked in, right? You're getting these consecutive double-doubles now. And what I notice most about your game is that, like, you don't try to do things that is outside of your job. Like, you just do your job, like the big fundamental almost, right? A Tim Duncan type. Is that your approach? Like, you'll just do your job and like you believe the numbers will speak for themselves? Or is this streak kind of like, okay, I got to go out there and get 20 and 10 and keep this going?
No, I think it's just staying the course. I go out every night, do what I do. And I think my teammates are doing a great job of finding me, and it just trying to work hard and play hard and do everything I can for the team to win. And it's showing now. And I'm just trying to stay the course and keep doing what I've been doing.
Thank you, guys. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. No more.
Okay, are there any other questions? No, all right, we're all set.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.